So I wanted to build a porch on this house here, and anyways, our height at this roof line right there where the steel stops is only 9 feet. So I had to figure out how I was going to get some height inside underneath the porch. So by the time I got out to the end there where the ice and water shield is, the resisto, it's for high heat steel. Anyways, I'm down to 6'3" height for clearance. And then I have 2x12 for rafters. So I wanted a way to make it feel bigger. So what I did is I built this dormer on top. So I tripled up my 2x12s. I only needed 2x10s, but I went 12s instead for strength. But what I did at the back here, because if I took this dormer and ran the ridge all the way back till it hit this roof, it would almost be up to that window. So, and then I'd have this great big long valley, and I didn't really feel like doing that. And the other thing is, it doesn't matter what I do, this is a low slope roof. This roof here, the one that I'm standing on, is only a 3/12 pitch. Down there, it's only a 2/12 pitch. So I had to do something. So what I did is I actually built a cricket behind the dormer. So I went to town with the ice and water. It's actually called resisto. It's meant for underneath steel. And so I put it right over top of the plywood. So it gives you a really good solid surface. So it doesn't matter where I walk on the steel now when I install it. So anyways, I did the cricket. I even put the ice and water right up the back wall. That way, if I do get a snow build-up here, which I will, I'm positive of it, that the ice and water runs right up underneath this existing steel, and it runs right up the wall, and it's as continuous a piece as I possibly could get. So chances of it leaking are almost zero. And what I did here was I actually put a fiberglass roof on the dormer here, because I wanted to have as much natural light as I could. I actually pulled this off another sunroom. It's fiberglass panels, but they were still in good shape. On the inside they look brand new. On the outside they're weathered a bit, and you can see where the guy had the original screws, but it all worked out on here. So, and I have this is a 12/12 pitch on the dormer, so snow will never stay on there. It'll slide off for sure. So, but you can look inside. Yeah, well, you actually can kind of see, but it lets a ton of light in there, so it's not dark in there. And the living room is underneath this area here, so we didn't want it to be too dark inside, so it's all wide open underneath. So I'll let you see that in a few minutes. But as you can tell, the kids are loving it down there. You can hear the kids screaming and yelling, having fun. They're playing games, actually, board games, if you can believe it. So anyways, that's what we've done so far, and we're going to get ready to do some steel here in the next day or so. Supposed to rain tomorrow, so we won't be doing it then. So anyways, there we go. So yeah, as you can see here, right in here, so it's not too bad. So I was saying a few minutes ago in the first part of this video that I figured the snow would jam up right here where the cricket was. You can't really see the cricket anymore, but there's really no more snow there than there is anywhere else up here. But as the snow melts and starts sliding off this steel roof, then it might jam up there a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to worry about, because that distance there up to the cricket is only maybe, it's 18 feet, so it's really not that much, and it's got a really good slope on the cricket. And as you can see right now, the snow is kind of staying on the dormer there, but that's only because it's been really cold and it hasn't warmed up. But we did have a few good snows where it did warm that up, and it slid right off. As you can see down here, when it came off the first time, it mounted up there a little bit, but it's not too bad. Now it will melt, and once this does melt, it'll get some warmth underneath, so it should slide pretty good. But really, as you can see here, there's not that much more snow than there is anywhere else. Let's see if I can find you can kind of see where the cricket is there, but it'll never leak. I've got like 4 layers of ice and water shield on there, the high heat. Plus it runs right up to the peak of that dormer, and there's actually 3 layers of steel there, so it's 2 layers of flashing, plus there's another layer of the roof steel. So, and the nice thing about the way I did with the ice and water shield, the high heat, and went right on the plywood, I can walk anywhere I want and I won't crush the steel. Whereas if you strap it, you have to be very careful where you step. And right now, as you can see, I have no idea where the straps are, where the screws are. So it's going to work out okay. So we'll probably see in the next few days. It's supposed to warm up to 3 degrees. Right now we're about -5, -6. It has been, last week it was down to -30. But so anyways, we'll see what happens. And as you can see over here, you can kind of see how much snow is up there. There is about, I say there's about 16 inches of snow up here right now. So, you know, it's a bit of weight here, but nothing to worry about. I went overkill. When I framed this porch roof, I really only needed to use 2x10 roof rafters, and I ended up using 2x12. And my beams, I only needed to go 3-ply. I went 4-ply. So everything was built overkill. So anyways, we'll see how she turns out in the spring. So there's your dormer in the winter. Alright, until next time, have yourself a great day and keep renovating and be happy. So this is what the dormer looks like from the inside. So once that starts to warm up there from the sun, they'll actually get some passive solar energy coming off this side. This is the south side, so it's going to warm that inside of that dormer up pretty quick, and it's going to melt off there. So we'll get lots of light back into this porch here, especially when it comes time to use it again. Probably in March we'll be able to be back on this porch. It'll be warm enough, maybe around 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees. So anyways, so you can there, as you can see, I said it would jam up there a little bit as it slides off that roof, but it's no big deal because I overkill on everything I build. So there's so much structure in there. There's 3 2x12s, which really only call for 2 2x10s, but it certainly is good and strong. So anyways, that's the inside of the dormer, and I got lateral support on there as well, as you can see, lots of it. So even if the wind, we get a lot of wind here sometimes coming in off the west side, and this faces south, so the comes from this side, so that's not going anywhere ever. So, and it was all inspected and passed, so it's all good. All right, until next time, keep renovating, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, by all means, make a comment down there, subscribe, and share this video. Maybe it'll help somebody else. Until next time, take care.